To Pro League Monday Ace Match. We got it here between the Jin Green Wings and MVP, and we got SOS versus HerO. Everybody votes for SOS, and I feel like that's just because a lot of people don't have confidence in HerO's PvP.
HerO is a player who's shown incredible PvP in the past, but it was in the past. I mean, HerO was actually a quite dominant Code S player for a while.
But that was a long time ago, you know. His current form, he showed us some interesting games against Zerg, but that's about it.
I actually almost voted for HerO. I actually almost did because I was like, not because I feel like he's the better player, but I just feel like, I don't know, I told you I had that feeling earlier, like we were going to see him today, and then it was like something about the way he was walking. I was like, he knows he's got something to do today. Like, he knows he's going to play today.
He's got that swag in his walk.
But, like, they're sending him out, and they know there's a high chance of playing against SOS, there's a high chance of playing against Rogue, or possibly even playing against, like, somebody like Terminator. They have a plan. This is planned. This is not like we think HerO's the best guy for the job. This is a snipe ace match pick. Like, this is almost like a GSTL pick. Like,
you know, we were talking about it. It was kind of obvious, like, it would be Losira or Yonghwa. But Jin Green Wings, I don't think they would ever expect HerO.
No.
Just like we didn't. I mean, it just doesn't really make sense. He doesn't even play that often here in Pro League. He doesn't really have the... I mean, he's got the experience, of course, to back it up, but I mean, he's just not like one of these consistent guys that you see coming out all the time for MVP. And to see him here in the Ace match is kind of interesting.
It's really peculiar. Like,
it's kind of like, you know, when Yonghwa like popped in the first time in the Ace match, and I think he won.
Yeah.
In round one, we're like, wait, what? And then he like went on a 5-game winning streak and went 5-0. Could be like that, man.
Yonghwa is such a sick player to send as an ace player because he's so good all around. Like, he's the balanced character. Like, he's the one who has like the most medium stats. And that's why I like his versatility, like as an ace match pick. But HerO, he must have a snipe build. He's shown us some really cool snipe builds in the past. And he's the guy who's gonna like do this really technical like warp prism drop all
he's
in
that guy.
7-gate. Like, he's gonna do something like that. I
Maybe
don't know
we'll
what
see
it's gonna be.
DTs on this map. Deadwing's like a gigantic map.
Really
There's
easy.
a lot of areas to hide stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's
put a
what
Dark Shrine like all the way in the opposite corner somewhere.
Yeah, you could even put it like at your close spawns, you know, where like you can't spawn.
Just
you know?
like all the way down in the corner. I mean, sometimes they will scout for that.
Yeah, like with a hallucinated Phoenix, but I mean, the likelihood of finding it is much smaller on a map like this, say on Overgrowth, for example.
Yeah. We've also seen on this map they've got like the, how do I explain, like the two high grasses behind the watchtower, you know? So there's a lot of room to hide stuff there. I think someone recently had like a Stargate.
Yeah.
I forget which race that was against, but we're beginning to see that a little bit more, so maybe we could do something like that.
I feel like there's a high chance we're going to see Phoenixes and DTs on this map, or just Stargate play in general, you know, Oracle maybe into Phoenixes. So I'm guessing... I'm guessing that's what we're going to see because the map is so big, it's popular on this map, but we haven't seen HerO play in a while, and I guess we're just going to have to wait and see because either of these players could do either build.
That's what HerO's got behind them, unpredictability. SOS could be going into this one is like, I got to play this one like I'm playing a ladder or something. Like, I don't know what this Protoss is going to do against me. It's HerO. He's a tricky guy. What is he going to throw at this guy? That's what I want to see. Looks like we're going to jump into the game. I think
so, actually. No introductions. Oh, no.
Okay, here we go. SOS over here, getting his hands ready, getting his wrist ready. And here's HerO. Let's jump into the game, guys. Game 5, Ace match. SOS versus HerO on Deadwing. Up here in the top left, in the red, for the Jin Green Wings, one of our Protoss players here, he is SOS.
And over here in the bottom right, in blue for MVP, representing Team Liquid as a mercenary, he is HerO. I think I fixed my boxes, Brennan.
No.
Ah, no. I had them
I
gone
like
a
look
second
over,
ago.
I'm like, nope, sorry, Wolf.
I don't know what happened. They were gone. Why'd they come back? I don't know what's going on.
Not sure, man. You should just watch my screen. Everything's going to be just fine.
Yep, I will. I'll do just that. All it is.
So, cross spawns. And I'm looking at the map now. Those two high grasses are actually not north of the watchtowers. They're, in fact, in the north and south, in the middle of this map. So that's where a lot of proxies do go down.
Yep.
Sometimes on this map.
I think there's a high chance of Stargate because Stargate gives you flexibility to kind of control the map. It's hard to punish Stargate play on this map because the map is so big. And there's all sorts of builds are possible. Like the builds that you probably won't see are like 3-gate blink or 3-gate like rush 3 gates. I mean, we already passed that point because there were no early gates or anything like that. But the other build that we could see is just like a safe sentry expand. If you do that build, you do have to be worried about Stargate. But, I mean, that's one. If you set up a good defense, you could totally just expand behind that. It's totally feasible. But both these players are known for being aggressive in the early game. They're known to not just sit back and expand. That's not really their style. They like to be aggressive. They like to try to force mistakes.
Yeah, very technical, very thinking players. They like to put the you know, they like to put the ball in their opponent's court, like force him to make the decisions, put on the pressure, make him do the thinking, and make him make the mistakes.
Now, probe over here into this grass, excuse me, that you were talking about earlier. Just checking, and now it's going to run into a SOS probe. So they both know where each other are. So proxying at this point is basically out of the cards because if the probe just doesn't ever come to the base, then I know what's going on. Yeah.
Very suspicious. We have a second gate here out of SOS. Interesting. I wonder if he's just going to try to control the map and maybe go for an expand.
Yep.
Definitely could do that.
Well, there's a sentry, so I think you're right. You know, sentry is so critical with a build like this because you can stop attacks really easily, but also, perhaps even more importantly, you can stop DTs with a sentry. It's like, if you don't have detection early, there's like a small window where you need a force field ramp and then your detection's out. And so we see that a lot. It's also really good at holding pushes at your nexus because you can manipulate the way the stalkers are. You can push them around. And we see Twilight out of both players
at the same time.
At the exact same time. I don't. We can't really definitively say this is more likely to be a blink build. I feel like it's more likely to be a big blink build if it's going to be out of SOS, but I just don't think blink is. It's really just not that common on this map, so I don't think we're going to see it. We'll see though. I mean, it's not a hidden Twilight Council. Straight up in your face.
2 stalkers coming out here for SOS. We got a pylon coming out of HerO.
That's a dark shrine spot right there, man.
But it's late.
It's late. He's going to have to
wait.
wait.
It's a late pylon.
It's really late, actually.
It's unfortunate. It's going to delay this build by like upwards of 10 seconds.
But you called it, man.
15 seconds.
Straight up, you were like, I think he's doing DTs. It's exactly what we're seeing out of HerO. And there's already several sentries. Oh, God, he doesn't even have his money for it either. This is so late, actually.
Yeah, timing kind of off here for HerO. Well, let's see if he can sneak it by SOS as well.
Yeah, if he gets it by, there's no detection.
Well, let's see exactly how aggressive SOS decides to go here. He's got 3 gates. He's beginning to pump out those stalkers. But does he make that safe robo? That's the question here.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's sorry. That's the wrong robo.
Well, he is going to go for the hallucination with that sentry, so he's going to see the whole base of HerO. I think he's going to notice something's missing.
Well, when you see a robo and a Twilight Council like this, kind of gives you a good idea. Okay, he fakes the blink, but I don't think he buys it. I don't think he buys it at all, actually. Let's see what he does back at home. Well, he's not making a robo.
He's not making a robo. He's moving out, in fact. He's got that sentry off the ramp.
This could actually work. This is
Dark
so
Shrine's
insane.
about to finish up. I don't think he knows. He's not reacting to this at all unless he's trying to go out and snipe pylons. But even then... yeah, it actually looks like he's going out to snipe pylons. This is pretty interesting.
Oh, my God. I tried to see it before. Okay, he didn't know. He didn't know. Now he knows what's up. He has to know. He has to know what this is. Like... Okay, here it comes. No sentries.
What's he got? There's the robo.
Too late.
There's
Too
one
late.
pylon on that.
It's too late.
Oh my God.
This is. If he made more than one DT, this would be game ending. Let's see how much he gets. I mean, he should just win the game anyways.
It's going to be so long before the robo's up. He's going for all the probes. This is just way too much damage. Look at SOS in the booth. He puts down his head. He's going for an attack right now.
I can't believe he didn't have an answer for that. Well, sentries with this army for Guardian Shield. He's making an immortal at home. Like, the counterattack damage here.
He has to kill with this attack.
All right, let's see how good his Blink Stalker Micro is. I suppose it's theoretically possible. That he could, like, avoid the DTs and kill all the buildings. But I just don't see that happening, man. Also, the Nexus Cannon's doing too much damage here, and Immortal's about to pop out. Don't think so. HerO's going to get that.
Man.
He's going to get that win, man. See, I should have just gone with my gut and voted for HerO. GG.
GG. HerO wins the ace match against SOS.
And MVP beats Jin-Air.
Wow.
Whoa, what a day.
Really cool build out of HerO. He faked out SOS so hard. You could just tell by his reaction in the booth there. SOS was like, oh, what? No! And he just puts down his head. He was not prepared for it at all.
Well, I would like to thank IEM for making this day possible. This was a totally crazy, wonky day. Really, really fun. You know, the thing is, I cannot believe he checked for the pylon. Like, he went. That's like some next level scouting right there. Like, that is some next level scouting. And then when he saw it, he was like, "Oh, okay, I guess he doesn't have anything." He just warped one sentry in at home. He would have been totally fine. But
he was just totally fooled.
Yeah, I guess he just. The thing is too, like, I may be going for a bit of a stretch here, but that Dark Shrine was so late. You might have been like, okay, the timing has passed for DTs. You're not going DTs. But then he would have been really confused with his Oracle. Like, you don't have really anything. I guess I'm just going to go kill you or something. That was weird. That was just a weird moment. I think he just didn't know he got tricked.
Fooled.
He got fooled. Like,
and he got so totally fooled. Those are like some of the most crushing losses. You can tell on his face. It looked like he was going to cry when we got the camera on him. He was so depressed, so devastated after losing that game. And HerO slinks one by in the ace match against SOS to win this one for MVP.
Listen, I mean, a DT walked into that base undetected, man. An MVP walked into the studio undetected, man. They took...
Seriously, man.
I mean, look at the three players who won for MVP versus Jin-Air Green State. Departure Center and HerO. The three players you would expect not to see win games. Lucira lost. And Departure Center and HerO took their games. Like,
yeah,
it was a
really
weird day.
Really cool, though. Great to see these guys that don't usually get to win come out here and get some wins for MVP. Arguably, Jin-Air Greenwings, of course, they don't have their full roster. Maybe if Maru was in here, they would have been able to take the win.
I gotta say, you know, I feel like Symbol didn't show us a good game today. I have to be honest about that for his first day of Pro League. But Pig Baby, I can't really say the same. I feel like Departure just really, like, came out.